Day 4, running 10k a day for 30 days. Today, I'm answering this question. You're only allowed to have 10 foods for the rest of your life. What are they? I'm going to think about it and then answer throughout the run. So if I'm having the same 10 foods for the rest of my life, the first thought I have is, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? Because the foods I eat will either support that or they'll hinder it. So what do I want to do? Or rather, how do I want to feel for the rest of my life? Well, I want to have energy. I want to feel good. I want to be able to play with my kids, think clearly, sleep well, and live a long life with a decent health span, which is different from lifespan. So that's number one, which basically will eliminate any sort of ultra processed foods. They're not going to be good for me at all. In fact, research shows that if you consume more than 19.6% of your calories from ultra processed foods, then the rate of cognitive decline is going to be above that of the global average, which is nuts. So the first rule is no ultra processed foods whatsoever. The second question is, what's the purpose of food with that goal in mind? And it's going to be to make sure I get enough nutrients from the food. So thank you. So that'll include macronutrients like proteins, carbohydrates and fats, but it'll also include the micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, water, but I can obviously drink that as well, and fiber too. So I need to make sure I'm getting enough of those, because the only way you get potassium, magnesium, sodium, iodine, everything like that, vitamin A, D, E, K, vitamin B, fiber, is through what you put in your mouth. So I need to make sure I get a variety of that. Polyphenols and antioxidants as well. So that's my line of thinking. But the other thing with food is it's got to be enjoyable. And if I can pick versatile foods, then I can at least make different kind of meals, because the same 10 foods for the rest of my life, there's a strong chance I'll get very bored of eating. So I need to make sure, if I pick one food, there are multiple ways I can have it. I can have it for snacks or as an individual meal, whatever it may be. But foods I'm definitely going to exclude are going to be processed foods, especially foods high in nitrates, like ham, sausages, bacon, because of them being a carcinogen. I'm not going to have any chocolates, sweets, or ultra processed foods. And now I know this seems really boring, but I really believe most people love those foods, not because they love them and they really enjoy them, but it helps them numb something, whether that's boredom, whether that's stress, or of course a celebration, where it might be like a wedding cake or a birthday cake or something. But for most people, when they have biscuits or cakes, or generally foods aren't going to do you any good, it's because they want to numb a feeling for some reason. So let me think about the top 10 foods that I'll have and why. Look at that. Horse meat definitely isn't going to be on this list. This is actually really hard. I've been running for about 2.5k thinking about it, and I think I get to an idea of what I want, and then I'm like, no, absolutely not. I need to change it. Oh, this is hard. I mean, I'm running up a hill that is sand. This is hard, but this question is very hard too. Really difficult question. Look at this. I've got it. Number 1, olive oil. Fantastic for unsaturated fats. There's research that shows it's fantastic for longevity. And I also need it if I want to cook anything, because I need to obviously oil the pan. If I'm short on calories, it's an easy thing to add to a meal, and it'll go with all of the other foods that I have. So number 1, olive oil. Next, protein. Now, the first one, anyone who knows me and knows how fussed I am as an eater and what I like will be really surprised by this one. Number 2, salmon. It's the only place I can get a decent amount of omega-3. And I think if I've got a lifetime to like salmon, because I currently don't like it, eventually I think I'll like it and I'll be able to eat it. So number 2 is salmon. Number 3 is eggs. Eddie Boo will be pleased. But if you think about an egg, it's got enough micronutrients in it and protein to grow a baby chick. It's got iodine in it. It's got so many vitamins and minerals that it's a great addition to have. There's also protein in it. I can also cook it in a lot of ways. I can scramble it. I can poach it. I can fry it, because I've got the olive oil, remember? So, olive oil, salmon, eggs. Next, carbohydrates. Number 1, potatoes. Standard white potatoes. Very high in vitamin A, I think, which is very beneficial. Again, versatile. I can do roast potatoes. I can do mashed potatoes. I could even do chips if I wanted. I probably wouldn't. But I could do potato wedges too. I could do the little kind of square things that people have at breakfast. I think that's like an Irish thing. Hash browns, wouldn't really have those, but I could do. So, yeah, potatoes. Number 4, chickpeas. Specifically boiled beans, because they're bloody delicious. High in fibre. Again, versatile. I could potentially, I reckon I could make falafels with them. I'm pretty sure it's chickpeas that you make falafels with. No, sorry, 5. That's 5. So number 6, chia seeds. Again, really dense with micronutrients, which is ideal, what I want, but also high in fibre, which is important, high in soluble fibre. So I need to make sure I get some insoluble fibre with other foods. There are 2 types of fibre, soluble and insoluble, and you need both for a healthy digestive system. That's 6. Olive oil, salmon, eggs, potatoes, chickpeas, chia seeds. 4 left, so I'm going to split it 50-50 between fruit and veg. Number 7 has to be apples. The best convenient snack and the best fruit going by a mile. Anyone who disagrees, you're wrong. Or you're not wrong, it's your personal opinion, but in my opinion, apples are the best fruit. You can have cooked apples, you can just eat them on the go. I can make chia pudding with the chia seeds, and I could add the apples to it. Great addition. Second fruit I'm going to go for, this is hard, kiwis. Again, different micronutrient profile, will be quite useful. Eat it with the skin, I'll get some decent insoluble fibre. However, if I need lots of sugar, let's say I'm running and I need something, I don't want my fibre to be too high, so I can peel it and just have kiwi. But I need to be very careful with how I eat that, because it will get very sticky. So that's number 8. Number 9, and this will be controversial, I need a green cruciferous veg. I'm going to go for Brussels sprouts. I think they're great. I think they taste amazing. And I know some of you have a genetic disposition that makes them taste really bitter, so you won't like them. That's fine. These are my 10 foods, not yours. But Brussels sprouts, again, fantastic roasted in oil. I could do a tray bake with the Brussels sprouts, the chickpeas, and the roast potatoes. That'd be absolutely amazing. And then the last one, I need something which has a different colour. So I've got some different micronutrients. It's a toss-up between beetroot or purple cabbage, which I know is a rogue choice, but I need to get them some purple in there. I think beetroots, there's too much of a risk of getting an ick from beetroot, so I'm going to have to go for purple cabbage. That's my top 10. What's in your top 10? Tell me below and why. And what do you disagree with my top 10? For the life I want to live, I have a very healthy life. Low in saturated fat, high in fibre, high in unsaturated fat, a load of micronutrients, so lots of minerals and vitamins, and none of those foods will be particularly inflammatory. And the salmon gives me decent omega-3. That was a tough question. Oh my goodness. I'm also 6k away from home. this might be a slightly longer run. Any more questions that you want me to answer my run, drop them in the comments below. Thank you for that one. That was a great one. Okay, 10k, and I am technically done, but I'm on the other side of town, down the river, so I've got further to go. I think it's important to clarify what my ethos and view of food is. And I always think food should add to the experience. So if we take the example of an all-inclusive holiday, if you go down to a buffet breakfast and you've got everything on offer, but the next thing you're going to be doing after that is spending time at the pool with your kids. You could stock up on pastries, have, all of the sweets, pancakes, but it won't enhance the experience, because you might have a great time at breakfast, but you'll feel bloated, tired and lethargic at breakfast, at the pool with your kids. So it would take away from the experience. Whereas if you then think, you're at a close family member's wedding or your birthday party, would having a couple of drinks and maybe having like a slice of cake, would that add to the experience? I think it absolutely would. And so the main thing is just having that approach. Does this add to the experience? And if it doesn't, then maybe it's not worth having it. If it does, then great. But I think too many people justify having like a sweet or a treat because they deserve it, but then they feel worse after. And if, to me, for example, family is above and beyond the most important thing in my world, as well as helping dads, if I treat myself too much, I can't be the best dad I want for them. And so it takes away. And in my view, those treats aren't worth it. Food for thought. I overcooked it, but day 4, done.